What's the deal? What's up with it? Already. Hey, check this out. Thanks for tuning in to the video. Um, in the other video that I had dropped, I had wished everybody a happy 81 day. And that's when I was talking about on January the 22nd, I believe, or the 21st is when Kobe had 81 points. And I told this story about how I found out about it and how I felt. It's a good video. In my opinion, you should go watch that. But this is part 2, a continuation on that. Cause I ain't really touch on the greatness of Kobe Bryant in that whole video. And I'm gonna tell you why I said he was great. Not just going off of cliche and what everybody else saying, or you know what I mean. I got real live stories. So check this out. This had to be like either it was 2000, maybe 2001, somewhere around there, maybe 2000, 99 to 2000. And I was a young dude back then. You know how everybody be outside and everything like that during the summertime. And we used to play ball and be all out, hanging with your friends. So I had a friend, a homeboy up the street, and his whole family was Lakers fans, right? And my team, my NBA team, I don't keep up with them as much. But back then when I was young, I was on NBA heavy. And my team was the Portland Trail Blazers. And man, when I tell you that team was off the chain, if you don't remember, or if you do remember, that team was off the chain. We had so much players on there. They had Rasheed Wallace at the time. They had Brian Grant at the forward. We had Arvydas Sabonis. If you know Sabonis now, I think he got a son that played. I think he's still on Sacramento. His dad played for Portland, and he was the truth. He did it all: scored, passed, rebound. He was hella nice, right? And man, we had so many players. We had Damon Stoudemire, and at the point guard, we had Scottie Pippen at the time running the point. So just imagine Scottie Pippen from the Bulls. I think he was a forward on Chicago, but he ran the point on Portland. We had so much players that came through there just throughout the years. We had Bonzi Wells. Zach Randolph was on that team. Not at that time, but he came through there. We had Sean Kemp at one point. We had Stacey Augmon, Derek Anderson. I can't leave nobody out. Oh, Greg Anthony, Cole Anthony. I think he played for the Bucks. That's his dad. You feel me? Greg Anthony. Like I said, Jermaine O'Neal. We just had so much great players that came through that organization. That was my team, as you can see. So anyway, like I was saying, I believe that was 2000. And we had the bomb squad, right? Doing our stuff in the playoffs. We had got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. And we played the Lakers. And it was Kobe and Shaq. Like the beginning of their little duo. I think that's when they got their first ring. But that game 7, Portland was kicking their ass. It was like we was up like 12 points in the fourth quarter. because I was at my homeboy house, like I was saying. His whole family, his brothers was Lakers fans. And I was feeling so good. You know, we was doing our stuff. And we outside shooting hoops. And the Lakers was coming back. But I ain't want to watch it with them. You feel me? I was a real Portland fan, like I said. So I went back to my crib. You know, they was in there making noise. I was like, damn. I was really on the edge trying to see like what was going on, but I ain't want to watch it with them because I feel like they'll jinx the situation. So I go home, and that's the game. If you ever seen the highlights, when Kobe do the crossover and he hit the alley oop and he throw it to Shaq, that was on. That was that game right there. And I think they played the Pacers next, and they won. And doing that, that's when I first really peeped the greatness of Kobe. Indiana was real good. Shaq was doing his thing. I think Indiana had won a game or two. They was really in that finals. Shaq had fouled out. He had like 30 something points, 20 something rebounds, right? So boom, he fouled out like in the fourth quarter. You know, I'm thinking that's a wrap. Like I said, Kobe hadn't really got really off the chain like he was great to be. You know, like he was going to be. Man, he did his thing in that game. You feel me? He went off the chain. And um, like I said, I think they won that finals. I think that was their first one. They got two more after that. But after Shaq left, right? I believe this was after Shaq left, right? You know? I'm like, okay, already. I'm still with Portland. We still off the chain. You feel me? We still got that off the chain roster. I'm like, we finna bust Lakers ass. And I think this was a playoff game, or maybe it was just a regular game. I can't remember. But we had a player named Ruben Patterson. He was real super duper official. He had defense. He was physical. Jump out the gym, off the chain. Now I say his defense was locked down. It was locked down, and everybody was calling him the Kobe stopper. Pre-game, I remember they showed he had his feet in ice. He was icing his feet before the game. It looked like, and Sean Kemp was was over there. And he was chanting. He was like, Kobe stopper, Kobe stopper, Kobe stopper, right? So I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah, you feel me? Man, I seen Kobe greatness that continue on throughout his career on that day. Man, he like I said, we was balling, we was hooping. Game got to the fourth quarter. Couple of seconds left. Kobe hit a shot. Send the game from the we up. I think we up two. And I believe he tied the game. He tied the game in the fourth and the end of the regulation. And then, I mean, it was a hard fought game. Portland gave everything they had. And Ruben Patterson, he played the best defense that you could play on Kobe. And it still wasn't enough. Kobe was still that official. And like I said, that game got in the OT. And Kobe rise up. I think Portland was up two. Kobe take the three from like, wasn't all the way towards the corner. You feel me? It was like in between the top and the corner, whatever that little space is right there. Boom, knocked that thing down. And that was just an amazing thing to see because he kept doing it throughout his career. And like I said, you had to see it at that time to really get what I'm saying. If you're hearing it now, you probably like, yeah, I heard this before. But to see it with your eyes, this is before the internet, before everything, where all you seen was just the ball playing. You didn't hear him no talking, no quotes, nothing, unless it was on Sports or something like that. The only time you got the chance to peep him was during the game, which is why Kobe, his legacy is magical because he had a sense of like privacy. You know, same thing with Jordan. That's why Jordan, It's so his legacy is so his aura is so great because it was way before the internet. To the only time you was gonna really see him was hooping, and you really seen that greatness. So shout out to MJ. But this video, it's about Kobe. Kobe got all his moves. He duplicated them, and to me, in my opinion, he took it up that much more. That's just my opinion. They say Mike number 23, Kobe number 24. That's separated by half a point. In my opinion, don't judge me and knock me, but I do put, Kobe right there, just slightly above Mike, just a little bit. But if you disagree, I ain't gonna argue with you because Mike off the chain too. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody else you feel is number one, I ain't gonna argue with you because you got your same experiences like I got mine. So to each his own, you feel me? I rock with you, you rock with me. This is just a story of my observation, you know what I'm saying, about Kobe. And I'm not a Lakers fan, so it wasn't no bias. You know what I'm saying? I wanted my team to win, and even when it wasn't my team, when they broke the team apart, you know, I still peeped Kobe, and he still did his thing, like, at an unbelievable level, man. Like, he was really good. So, yeah, I know y'all know this already, but I just had to put my little info, little spin on it, put his with some respect on his name, and blessings to his legacy, to his family, man. Kobe was really like that. He was really like that. So thank y'all for peeping the video, and whoever you think is like that, they like that too. Like I said, I rock with you. You got your experiences, I got mine. We put them together. We won already. Y'all keep holding it down.